Jumping in double dutch. Yo, what's up? This is Splendid Radio on Pharcyde TV with my co-host Jeremy Scipio.
What's going on, people?
And comedian, actor, extra all that funny one line saying, IG story making, thought provoking, Ronnie Ray.
What up, yo?
Coming from the shot. Before we jump into the double dutch, man, when you came with that Kanye one, man, you were kind of ahead of the curve when and you didn't pile on. I didn't look at it kind of like you was piling on, but it was just kind of like, man, this is where we at. Like, man, you need some people around you. But you know, the interesting thing, I've been around guys that are kind of like superstars, and people are really scared to be the known man because they look at it like, man, this dude is providing all these jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to mess with the boss, but
yeah,
fuck that. Sign me up. Can we curse on here?
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, fuck that. You gotta be like, yo, man, what the fuck you doing? Everybody needs that guy. And he don't have that. Everybody that was that guy, you look at the damn documentary, Cootie them, he dropped them. That was his guys from back here who got they would have told him. And he would have got rid of him.
Hey, I don't blame Cootie. He forgot his name, man. Yo,
he forgot. He went to the same grade school. He went to the same grade school.
I'm gonna tell you the thing. Okay, so I watched a little bit of the documentary. I didn't go far with it, but I'm a Corey Holcomb fan, and Corey came up with Cootie. Like he was like, Cootie used to be a comedian before he got into all the whatever. And so
notes, back in the 90s.
Before you even got to all the Kanye controversy right now, Corey, like years ago, Corey was like, yo, man, my homeboy Cootie, he ghosted my dude Cootie. And he was like, Cootie loved him. Like Cootie was down for him. Just like, whoa. So it was interesting to see the documentary come out. And then it was kind of like, dang, Corey wasn't even being extra, man. You know what I'm
saying? He's telling the truth.
Like he wasn't even being extra. He was just privy to someone from the Shy that he knew that had an interaction, with Ye. But we're not gonna pile on. As much as I feel and how I feel, we're gonna get to him. But
I'm okay. We don't talk about him. Right.
We're not gonna dog pile on it. So, but what I do want to ask you is, it was interesting because 21 Savage basically was in a Clubhouse chat room or whatever, and he was like, he felt Nas wasn't relevant. You know what I'm saying? And
how you feel about that, Jerry? That's his
let's get full context because they was in a chat room talking about it was because it was him, I think Whack 100, and it was quite a few people. They do Clubhouse still. Like you talk about relevance, Clubhouse is not relevant, first and foremost.
Somebody said that.
Like look, what Clubhouse they tried it during the pandemic, then we moved on. Just like people still wearing masks, we just need to leave that back in 2020. But anyway, he was on Clubhouse, and
real quick, Jeremy, though.
Go for it.
To bring some context to Clubhouse, to me, in my perspective, like how I see Clubhouse, it's where people that aren't the most maybe tech savvy and whatnot, it's almost like a call line, like how, old school. I never was on them, but I heard people talk about it.
Yeah, the hotline. Yeah.
You mean
about the hotline?
Of course I know the hotline, but you mean like this podcast we're doing right now? This is the same thing. It's the same thing. It just got pictures and faces.
Nah, man.
You can't say it's not for tech savvy people because you still need to sign up and create a screen name and all that stuff, bro.
All right.
21 Savage is a child, bro. Look. He ain't no old man.
Or some shit.
Yeah, exactly, man. Get the hell out of here, dude. Look,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 M's in my bank account. In my bank. And as corny as that sound, that's a hit.
But exactly. But look, just keeping it real. I think he was just trying to answer a question. And somebody brought up Nas as far as like, the current hip hop conversation. And his opinion, he said Nas isn't relevant, but he just has a loyal fan base and good ass music. So that goes into the question of, which literally was stated right after, because even they started falling out. And they was just like, one mic. Because at first I thought they were talking about a Nas song, but they was talking about literally only one person could speak at a time. That's why Clubhouse sucks. But so he said, then he asked, what is relevant stuff? So I feel like that's the real question at the end of the day. What makes somebody a relevant artist in hip hop?
That's Ronnie, right?
Fan base.
Anybody.
Fan base and good music.
I agree.
Fan base, that's exactly what he said. Like, you sound like you're contradicting yourself. What the fuck are you talking about? Like that? If he got a fan base and he has good music, he just won a Grammy. What are you talking about?
He said,
go ahead, Jeremy.
No, I was just gonna say he said good ass music. That's like, nigga.
What I'll say is this. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't know who 21's, and man, I'm not the most, like, I don't listen to contemporary radio like that or whatever, but I know who 21 Savage is because he dated Amber Rose. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that.
I
didn't know he dated Amber Rose, for real?
Yeah.
I know she dated Wiz Khalifa and she was married with somebody else. Now, I know
that was her boyfriend, man.
Yeah,
that was her boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I say that to say that 21 Savage, as relevant as he is, his music hadn't trickled to me. Like, I couldn't name one. If you said right now,
I just did the only song I know. You got $1 million, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You better than you, but you're better than me. Like, I literally, if you said right now, I'll give you $1 million if you could tell me the title of one, or if you could tell me one 21 Savage lyric. If you said I'll give you $1 million. That's
because y'all not relevant. No, I'm kidding.
I know is you got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all I know. That's all I know. I don't know nothing else. He got the album with Drake now, and you listen for Drake when you play it. I don't listen for him.
Which is
I don't think he's gonna kill nobody on no bars.
Which is interesting when you talk about the conversation of relevance, because most times artists do that at a certain stages of their career. You know what I mean? To make an album with Drake, I would say, is a move for relevancy. But also for Drake, on Drake's behalf too. But I just feel like with 21 Savage misspoke, and I think he realized he misspoke. I think he don't need the culture to jump on him because, and I am defending him, but the reason why is because I think he realized in that moment, as he said that he was done. Like, he realized, he knew he said a hot take, and that was his version of apologizing.
A sound bite.
He
made a sound bite.
He said, because hey man, we all told a lie before, and then sometimes you try to like, hey, where's your homework? It's in my locker at home. So that's what I feel like was actually happening. So 21 Savage, before you apologize, I forgive you. Just don't do that shit again. Nas is relevant because you're arguing about him.
But
that's a fact.
Nah, but it's funny you say that, because I think of me being in conversations with people, like in a car and we're driving and whatever. And basically he had a conversation where when you with your homeboys, you can just freestyle, you can come to a quick judgment or whatever. And then your homeboys might talk you off the ledge and be like, okay, this is, they'll give you reference or whatever. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He just happened to be online in front of in a room with about, 10 other people online or whatever. And he kicked something that probably sounded like it was profound. Well, in his mind, I won't even say he thought it was profound. I'll say he probably was like, okay, this is how I feel or whatever. And then as he said it, and him hearing his lyrics, as he said it, was like, oh, dang.
Yeah, I would have been like, if I was one of his friends on that group, on that group chat line, I would have said, "Where your green card at, nigga? You ain't relevant here. You relevant over the seas. So take your ass back." That's that's deportation talk. You talk about one of them, yo, and they jumped. They all jumped on him. They jumped on him, and that's what he was
like. He was like when Lonzo Ball said he don't like Nas. It was like, what? He don't even rap. And people were mad at him.
Yeah. And then if you look at and this is what I thought was funny, because like take my opinion out of it, take Nas's opinion out of it. Just let's just take those out. If he's not relevant, do yourself a favor. If you want some entertainment, go to 21 Savage's Instagram page. This is Instagram, by the way. Instagram. And all you see on his new post is, boy, you better show Nas some respect, put some respect on Nas' name. Yo, one thing you don't do is call an artist irrelevant the week his album came out. Bro, you tripping.
Yeah. I listened to Illmatic late. And it was kind of like it's kind of like that where you tell black people, if you can't tell black people you ain't seen Friday or Coming to America.
Hey man, yeah.
You can't tell hip hop fans that you never heard the Illmatic album. I never heard it all the way through. Mm-hmm. So I confessed on the video because Tony Baker and my boy Cordell thinks that's the greatest album ever. And I know Jeremy does too. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna confess, y'all. It's 2021. I have to confess, I just listened to Illmatic in completion. They're like, duh, duh, duh. And he posted it on his page. And 20,000 people, you dumbass motherfucker. I'm like, how you not? I'm like, wow.
Wait, what? When was this?
I'll send you the video.
No.
He said 2021.
2020, the top of 2021. I drove around like I'm gonna play the whole thing straight through. I never listened to it in its entirety.
As many times as we've been in a car, stuck in a car
together. Yeah, I'm sorry, I put your name in it. I'm sorry, bro.
Yo, I would have pulled over like.
We were on the road 7 hours and shit. I was like, you see, I kept playing Jay-Z the whole time.
That's funny.
But no, I haven't listened to it. That was my first time listening to it in the entirety. And it's like, yo, this is incredible.
Wow.
And the reason why, because Wu-Tang came out before that. And I went and got high with the smoke out party at my boy's apartment. And we all like getting high. And like, yo, this is the greatest album ever. I told you, man, that's why you here. Couple of weeks later, Illmatic comes out. And he like, yo, we doing it again. Illmatic is the greatest album ever. I'm like, dude, you ain't tricking me to come over there. No more. Fuck that. I'm not getting out with y'all. And everybody kept saying this is the greatest album ever. And I'm like, it's gotta be hype. Ain't nothing better than that Wu-Tang shit. And then I heard some tracks, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's cool.
You know what?
Never listen to it in entirety.
We gotta spin it back real quick. We're gonna get back to that, but I gotta give you props. Like East Coast people, and I consider Chicago East Coast. I mean, it's
we Midwest, man.
That's
I consider.
Yeah, that's
okay.
No, but the funny thing about it is, my family's from Brookhaven, Mississippi, and like whenever anybody went to go and get work, they either went to Memphis, they went to Memphis, they went to Chicago, or they took that train to LA. You know what I'm saying? Kind of get making. But what I was gonna say is, I give people in areas that get arctically cold, like very cold areas. I give them props because they're creative, like their level, maybe because you have to be indoors so much or whatever, but their levels of creativity.
That it? I never even thought about that.
But I'm gonna say, because you said you went to a smoke out party to listen to Wu-Tang. And
it was like, in the wintertime.
And you got it like in LA, people smoke here, people smoke there, whatever, but like in Chicago, we gonna have a smoke out. It's cold, it's freezing. The homies is gonna get together. We gonna listen to this Wu-Tang album and really give it. So no, I just want to give you props on that. That's dope.
Okay. Oh, shout out to that, because it's funny because like me and my boy, like, you want to go with me? Like, oh, like my guys I work with. We get to the house and everybody got bags. They putting their blunts together, and we bring alcohol. We brought a fifth of Tanqueray. And like, man, we don't drink. Well, bring it in anyway. So it was like 8 of us and 7 blunts and this fifth of Tanqueray. So we got to the mystery of chess boxing. By the time we got to that track, that fourth dude was throwing up like a motherfucker because we just kept going. It was the whole album for a straight hour. We just smoking, and I ain't never recall ever smoking like that again. And that's actually one of my favorite rap albums ever.
I tell you what's interesting about what you said. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. Well, real quick. I'll say this. If anybody ever doubts Nas's contribution to hip hop, listen to Live at the Barbecue on the Main Source album. But see, the thing of the trick, the funny thing about me saying that right now, if you listen to it now, it might not hit you the way that it hit back when he did it. You know what I'm saying? Because no one was rapping like that. You know what I'm saying? Like when he did that and he came as hard as he came, he said he'd go to hell for snuffing Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that was still to the day. Like, who rap like that, bro? Get out of here. Yeah, they can't. That is one of the best rap bars drop, period, man. Of course. Live at the Barbecue, absolutely. I got it around here, but it's not out, so I'm not gonna go get it. But yeah, I got it on record. Yeah. The Main Source, the Breaking Atoms, man. Yes, yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
Signed by Nas, by the way.
That's right. Yeah,
it was a birthday gift for me. Somebody got it from me. Yeah, the S is faded, so it just looked like nah, but whatever. So okay, what makes an artist relevant? Is it solely based on music videos and music being played on the radio, or is it, what people say? Is it word of mouth? Is it Grammys? Is it chart like billboards? What do you feel like makes an artist relevant?
It depends on the time. Like relevant now or a relevant period as a hip hop artist?
I guess let's start with relevant to you.
Yeah, damn, word of mouth. Like the Nas, he should forever just be legendary. That's a guy you should not even touch. For me to say I'm just listening to this album almost how many years, like 25 years later, and people are mad, that's definitely relevant in hip-hop. Like, ain't no way. He's a legend, yo. He's a legend.
I'll say this. Nas is relevant because he brought style to hip-hop. Like he brought, I feel like his considerations are like parallel to Jam Master Jay. Like Jam Master Jay taught us what style was, like what fashion was, as far as in hip hop, like beyond him having the talent on the turntables and all that. And then with Nas, you got to prop him up because, dude, he was one of the first dudes hooking up with Ashton Kutcher back in the day, like investing. I want to say he like invested in Ring, and he was involved in like all this tech stuff. So beyond his rap skills, like me as a fan following him, it was kind of like the way that he moved, like it was more than, it was more than rapping. And then I'll also say, dude, he went up against Jay-Z and he didn't lose. I won't say he won, but I won't say that.
Why not? Jay-Z would. Jay-Z said he won. So why wouldn't you say it?
Jay-Z said,
I will not lose. He said, I will not lose, but even in defeat, there's a lesson learned that evens it up for me. Come on, man.
I'm not going to say
lost. I don't know.
The Blueprint 2 song, right?
That's Blueprint 2.
Yeah.
It's the song's called Blueprint 2.
Blueprint 2.
The title track, yeah. And in the track, he said, I will not lose, but even in defeat, there's a lesson learned that evens it up for me. Don't nobody who won a rap beef say that. You know who never said they lost? Nas.
Yeah. I'll just say his pen game, sick, style, sick. If you're a fan of hip hop, I think that he's a dude. Well, I'll say beyond hip hop. Like if you knew about his tech investments and just like it's like all around the way that he maneuvered. Like, man, I want to say Brown was doing some stuff with Mixcloud. We went to this situation at his restaurant, Sweet Chick, and I want to say that he said he was living. I want to say that he said he had a place in the Valley or LA. I want to say it was the Valley, but like since 99 or something like that. Like, so he's not one of these dudes that just started coming to LA or just started being whatever. Like once he did his stuff with Dr. Dre and you know the firm stuff and all that kind of stuff, he understood what it was. But to what 21 Savage said, I'll say that Nas has just done so much that he's a pillar in hip hop. Until he drops a whack verse, he will remain relevant.
He's already
he dropped rap verses.
That's kind of like LeBron James playing basketball. He doesn't have to do anything else. You're not going to win 6 championships. You never be better than Jordan, but that's another damn conversation. But he was always going to be a legend, regardless of what. If he retired after that last one in Cleveland, he'd still be great and relevant as a basketball legend. Just like Nas, when he did Stillmatic, that was it. I'm like, yo, you got 3 classics on your hand already, so that was it for me.
And last thing I'll say, I hate when the conversation even around Nas in this manner, because they're talking about somebody as if he's, you know, this it's not like we talking about KRS-One or something. You know what I mean? He ain't no old head who's just sitting on the shelf who people just have to respect just because he a forefather. This dude has been active this whole time. Touring artist. Not even touring. I'm trying to tell you, because you got artists that rap and like they got a song like Coolio was he'll still perform. He could still perform Gangsta's Paradise till he died. You know, that's just what he do. But Nas, rest in peace, right? But I'm saying Nas, what I was like, y'all talking about PD Pablo or something? Like Nas is.
No, he's not a one-hit wonder. Like he can go and play that, just go and concert with that album, and that's it. Like,
it was just such a weird time to say this, because he just headlined the Nas Wu-Tang concert, and it had. I mean, you talk about it had Red and Meth, it had Busta Rhymes, it had LL Cool J, Mary J. Blige. Like, you can't headline this massive tour and be irrelevant. You sold out the Hollywood Bowl. I'm sorry,
but you're biased, dude. You were there.
I am biased, but I'm describing unbiased things, though. These are not.
But I'm just saying
these are
backstage. Being backstage at the Hollywood Bowl, Wu-Tang and Nas, you're going to inhale it a different way than someone who just saw it on YouTube or just whatever. You're looking at some stuff like, dude, I saw Pharcyde had did it was Pharcyde, De La Soul, Rakim, and Wu-Tang, and dude, I was so shook. I couldn't even, I mean, I took pictures of a couple of guys from De La, Brown, a couple people, whatever. But dude, I couldn't even photograph Rakim, dude. I thought it was sacrilegious. I couldn't even bring myself to do it. I was like, you about to take a picture of the God. The God wasn't meant to be photographed by you, man. That's too much.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But still saying, you talking about that concert, dude, you was there backstage. So the way that you took it in was just totally different.
Well, but you're right. But then also that has nothing to do with a flyer where it just says Nas, you know, also Wu-Tang, which like feature, like even in comedy, you have the headliner, you have a feature, but the headliner is responsible for putting the butts in the seats. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you no longer the headliner. You know what I'm saying? If it's just the way it works, you know what I'm saying? That's the guy. So, you know, but I'm just using that as another example of relevancy, but it's not the only one. Nas's album, like even the album being important versus singles, like right now we're in the album phase. Like when it's all about artists putting albums out. If somebody was to argue Nelly's relevance, he would lose. Nelly's one of the highest selling rappers of all time, but he's not relevant. You know what I'm saying? Ludacris.
Today, no.
Yeah, Ludacris is, you know, he is one of the best rappers. He was great, had a time period, undefeatable. Mind you, there was a time where Nas was putting out some of his best work, and Nelly and Ludacris were way ahead of him. Ludacris is not relevant in hip hop right now. I'll stand on that. He's just not. He put our album out, and it's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? It happens. You know what I mean?
That's the Furious movie.
Come on. So you got. This is a guy who came out through the Biggie of Tupac era. He was right there with him, still moving. Nelly, Ludacris, still moving. Chief Keef, Waka Flocka, still moving. You know what I mean? These guys are gone. They're gone. Chief Keef put something out, you wouldn't even know. Soulja Boy, gone. You know what I'm saying? And now he's competing directly against Drake and 21 Savage and put an album out, this is impossible to call irrelevant. This is impossible. He's going out.
I say he'll end up doing a song with all three of them. We're gonna have a song with
all. Do a song with him. And he'll burn their ass in the studio.
We'll have a song with all three of them by January. Believe it.
Maybe 21. I don't know about Drake. Maybe. But yeah, anyway.
He's never done a song with Drake, huh?
No. Not even like a mix. You know, DJ Khaled just throw two people on it. Nah, not even.
You're on the same album.
It sure is.
So what's up, Ronnie? You ever consider rap?
For like a day. Then I said, hell no. It takes forever to write that shit. Oh no, man. In Chicago, yeah, it's hard to be a lot of shit here, man. That's why I give props to dudes that make it.
Dude, I remember back in probably 92, Twista came out here to do a video shoot. When Twista first came out, it was interesting because there was a lot of different music going on at the time. There was gangster rap. It was just like a lot of different mixes of music going on. And it was kind of interesting to me that he stood out and that he was kind of in the ranks when he came out, and he was rapping fast, but I don't think the emphasis was on him rapping so fast. He was,
it had to be because his whole thing, his name was Tongue Twister.
Okay. It could have been. I probably didn't pay that closely attention that much. I didn't pay so much attention to the speed of it, but I just remembered when his name was mentioned in circles, like let's say 91, 92, it wasn't like he wasn't given a pass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how you say some music is regional, some music you just gonna respect it because it's big where it's from. It was like he was out here in Hollywood moving around, and it was kind of like, okay, Twisted. You know what I'm saying?
He was the first one I knew from Chicago that kind of like hit. But he had a song called Rat-a-tat-tat. And it was like he was rapping fast. Like, the tongue twister. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? But killing it. And then Comet comes out. And Twister disappeared for a while. And he pops up on a song with Do or Die. And it's like, damn, that's dude. And he kind of slowed it down a little bit. He still was fast. And then when he dropped Adrenaline Rush, Legend Forever.
Your other boys, they were wearing the coveralls and
Crucial Conflict.
Bingo. They had their little, you know what I'm saying? They had their
same year Twister came out. Twister came out with Adrenaline Rush, and Do or Die had came out that year. Chicago was kind of hot in like early mid 90s. That was like 96 when they came out though. Okay. They were just on Lil Rail's comedy special.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they performed at the end. You see it. They're from the West Side, so they all from the West Side. Lupe's my favorite rapper from Chicago, though.
Lupe, I went to a Lupe concert. I think it was a week before the Nas Wu-Tang. He's a great performer. He's got a lot of energy.
I got.
When was the first time you did stand up, and what was your motivation?
December 99. I was doing improv for 2 years, and I joined the group, and they told me not to do improv, not to do stand-up. Like I was forbidden to do it. Like, don't do it, brother. There's too many brothers doing stand-up. You need to do improv. We need more than Wayne Brady. I'm like, who the fuck is Wayne Brady? Yeah, don't worry about it. He's a guy in Orlando. He's killing it. We need more than Wayne Brady. We need guys like you. And I'm like, every time I think about it, I try to run it by him like, no, don't do it. And I snuck off to Riddles out here. It was way out in the burbs. Now it's closer. I went up and did 7 minutes, and it was the best feeling I ever had. And then when I got off stage, sat down, D-Ray get up and does like about 45 minutes of sitting down, killing motherfuckers. And this is just before he moved to LA. He was back and forth to LA, just before his Monday show started at the Improv.
Dang. So tell me this. How do stages differ in Los Angeles and Chicago?
Here you get paid more shows. You get paid more shows, and you get more time on more shows. That's the only difference.
What would
it's more opportunity. The camaraderie with comics for me in LA is the best. Like I miss that more than anything, you know. But here, like I gotta give them some money, dog. Send me out on the road. Give me 2 people to go with me. I do 45 hour and they just do 15 each or whatever. That's the show. There, you're doing 7 minutes and it's like 12 people on the show. It's like it's cluttered. Here you get a chance to relax and, you know, free it up. I love it here. I love it here for that. I just miss the camaraderie. I miss hanging around with my homeboys.
Yeah, man.
I'm too old to be making new friends. So it's like I'm not hanging out eating pancakes with you niggas at 2 in the morning. Like, no, I don't want to. And I'm the old guy now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm real old. So I don't want to. So what do you do? Oh, and I got TV credits. So they think I'm just killing this shit. Like, no, I'm up here with y'all. Why the fuck y'all? I don't want to teach you guys nothing. I'm not trying to be your mentor.
Oh man,
I love it though. The game is dope. My show, High Five, is my gift to comedians, and that's it. I let them come rock 12 each. I give you some money. I bring you up right, and that's pretty much all. And I think I'm done after that. I'm not everything. I'm selfish now. I'm about to be selfish.
Now you earned it. What is the most challenging city to do stand up in?
LA. LA. You gotta fight for spots. Chicago. Don't get me wrong. Chicago is dope. The talent is here. LA is somebody from everywhere. I wouldn't have known you just staying in Chicago. Like, you wasn't coming here to do this shit. You was there. Cincinnati, from Chicago. And you got guys from LA. Then you like guys like, say, Justin Hires from Florida. You got guys like Jackson McQueen in Carolina, Ron G, Carolina. People from Atlanta, like Plug. I would have known Plug's in Atlanta. Devin Clark's in Texas. Like, you get the melting pot of this talent, and we all trying to get it. It's dope, man. I love it. I miss it, man. I really get a chance to think back on it a lot now.
Yeah.
Dang, you made me feel like
you paid now. I can hear it.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta repeat.
I said you made me feel like LA is kind of dope. You know what I'm saying?
LA is dope. But it gyps your ass. LA, take your dreams. Do you want it? Huh? Pay this high rent, still trying to maintain that confidence. Kill your ass. You got like 5 roommates and shit trying to make it.
So
it's rough, man. This is serious business out there.
How important, and once again, man, your Kanye reaction, man, that shit was hilarious, man. I watched it many times over and over. I was like, man, that was funny. But how important would you say that reactionary videos are, and do you feel like they become more relevant since the pandemic?
That's when I got into them. I started watching that, the reaction videos on everything, like little stuff like that, movies and videos. Those 2 brothers, the twins are the new trend. When Barack Obama is popping up on your video because you reacted to a Phil Collins song. Wow, that's crazy. They from Gary, Indiana. They from Gary, Indiana.
I've never seen it, never heard.
It just brothers that watch. Okay, we gonna watch this, man. I never heard of this Tupac dude. And you look in the back of the room, they got a Tupac poster on the wall. Like, never heard this song. Let's see what's with this. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, they singing and everything. And now it's like it's some dudes. What are they called? Oh my God. I think I'm gonna do a random list on my favorite reaction video stars. It's the dude called Carter Family, and it's like 5 guys, and they like, okay, what we got? And okay, we got Forever by Drake. Now who gonna kill? And they just go down the list. I think Wayne got him. Let's see what Eminem got. They do that, and they got hundreds of thousands of followers. It is ridiculous. I just got through watching 40-Year-Old Virgin with these 2 white dudes from somewhere, Oprah Cool or whatever. I watched it with them because they skip past certain spots, and then you're like, okay, all right, I know this part, and you get to see the movie within 30 minutes. And they've seen it for the first time, so they reacting to it. But my favorite guy to watch is dude named Mr. Video.
Mr. Video.
Mr. Video is he's funny to me. He jumps in the, he got the same thing, got the music on, he jumps in the screen, lands on the couch. All right, guys. We got Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Let's get down with it. Let me smoke something, boy. All right, Captain America. Let's see what you got. Then he goes in with it, and I'm like, okay, I'm watching it with dude. And he said funny shit. I like that guy. My favorite dude.
You know, the one dude, he's not a reaction. The sketch guy, I can't think his name, but you showed me him, his videos.
Corporate.
Is
He's
that
from
him?
Chicago.
No, not him. It's another dude. I know you're talking about though. That dude's funny too.
He's my favorite guy. Shout out to Ja. Him and Ja, 1A, 1B.
They working on something?
He said he wants to.
Oh, okay.
I just shot with Ja too, so get ready for that.
It's a I think like a light-skinned dude, like glasses, whatever. I can't think his name.
Oh,
but I see him.
El Hodge.
Yeah, I see him all
He
the
got
time.
like sexy chicks in it. He's in LA.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He live around the block, bro. I see him all the time. Like he
He's
just
talking about finding a formula and going with it.
Yeah. I don't even think he's affiliated with the comedy world at all.
He found a way to make some money.
Yep.
300,000 later subscribers.
Wow.
Can't knock it.
Well, I don't want me to brag, but I'm currently monetized on Instagram.
Right on, bro. Congratulations.
Made my first $100 off Instagram. Yeah, so I am officially a social media star.
How many subscribers you got? Was it because of the reels?
Yeah, because of the little Instagram reels. Yeah, I had one blow up pretty hard, so it finally got 100,000. So
100,000 views.
100,000 views. Yeah. So
I thought I was on my way today. I put a little boy up. I'm gonna kill my mom. I'm gonna kill my dad. I'm gonna kill my grandma, and I'll just react to it. I'm just looking at it, and next thing you know, my phone like bling, 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 bling. 18,000 views later, I'm like, damn.
It's weird.
That's how it works.
It's weird when it hit because it's like you be thinking like if something's broken, you be like, where is coming from?
Me dancing with the little boy that's dancing at the party. All week, bleed. Y'all still liking this video? Stop liking this video, like please. Well, no, we gotta keep going. I need 10,000 to get a headliner. Apparently,
hey, man, you are not lying. That is the game.
That's the game now.
Yeah. Stand up or acting?
Stand up.
Wow.
Stand up because I love instant response.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in Say the Last Dance, I didn't see the playback. I didn't see it until the movie came out.
Mm-hmm.
I had to wait a whole year to the day to go see me in the movie. Mm-hmm. Stand up is instant response. Well, stage period. I say stage. Mm-hmm. Stage period. Instant response. I love it. It keeps me going. I do it for no money, but bills are real.
Yeah. Eddie Murphy, I was watching an interview with Eddie Murphy. He said the same thing you just said. He's like, with movies, he said, it just takes so long to find out. He said nothing sucks more than thinking you did something funny, but the world being like, nah, that wasn't funny.
Right. You don't know what they're gonna say.
He said,
stand up. No clue.
He said, movie. He said, movie. He was like, hey, we was all having a good time. I don't understand how this could have went wrong. He said, stand up, you found it immediately. He said, that's why you like it better. He said, you find out just like that. Like, that wasn't the one.
Yeah, when I do though, thank you for liking the Kanye thing, because my brothers records them for me. I do those. It's the Ryan Ray Show every week. Episode 42 coming out this week. Hey. He doesn't laugh. My job is to try to make him laugh. I see he'll do this behind the camera. That's when it works. If not, I'm like, I gotta keep going. Like, you done, man? Like, no, you ain't. I gotta keep going until I get you. So definitely.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, that was definitely that one caught me, and I was like, oh man, we gotta get. And then it was before Kanye with DEFCON 3, but it was like it was bubbling up, and I hit Jeremy, and I was like, dude, we gotta get him on, man. It's like now is the time.
And that was he had just did Drink Champs when I
Drink
did
Champs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he's talking about Big Sean.
Well,
Oh yeah.
Well, ironically, Ronnie is actually my no man, so that's kind of funny.
I didn't know I was that till a lot of people. Keenan said that.
Oh man,
He's like, man, no, man. If you was here, man, I'd be like, man, you wouldn't allow me to do that. You told me to stop doing that bullshit. I'm like, I'm that guy to y'all. Like, wow.
Oh, heck yeah. You'd be like, if I say something crazy, like, man, I was gonna blow up the comedy store. Like, I wouldn't do that, dog. Not a good idea. And then you just leave it. Like, you'd be like, hey, all right, stupid motherfucker. Nah, man, I appreciate you, man. You hold me down.
Comedy, bro. Hell yeah.
So, what was your pathway to Nickelodeon?
Audition. That's it. I coming from. I had 2 auditions in that day. My agent, Joe Cocoa Whips, just found out he was a friend of O.J. Simpson. He was an O.J. Simpson documentary. I'm like, he was a friend of O.J. the whole time.
Oh, wow.
But he ain't tried to give me work. He's like, Ronnie, I'm gonna keep trying to get you. So I had a Comcast audition one day, and I'm in there with Todd Bridges for some damn reason. And I'm like, this is weird. I ain't gonna never get this shit. So I'm in there, and as soon as I walked out, the phone rings again. And he's like, I'm like, yeah, it went well. No, you got another one in Nickelodeon. And I remember, I just said his name earlier, Jackson McQueen was like, Jackson. Go in the room, he said, because he books a lot of commercials. He's like, man, go in that room like you ready to put on a show. Like you the party guy. You come in there and just change their whole mood. And I didn't get a chance to get it off at the Comcast audition. I said, I go in here, I'm gonna get it. And I walked in and I kind of like eased in the room real quick. They're like, oh, hey, I'm Ryan. Yeah, ain't this your old RV? The bulletproof windows? That was the line. Then he was like, all right. Okay, all right. Great. Do it again. Did it again. I didn't make it home. They called me probably like 20 minutes later.
Dang.
Told me I had it. And then I put it up, and then Deion Lack was like, you got the part? I was just in there. But no, yeah. That's
we had Deion on before.
Okay, yeah, Deion Lack is my guy.
Mm-hmm.
We all started together.
Wait, you, Jackson, Deion around the same time?
No, I'm just saying. Jackson just reminded me that you need to do that. And I don't think Jackson came along later. He was already hitting though, but he came along later. I brought him up to the Amsterdam. He wound up hosting that joint for us. Yeah,
dang. You a lot of people's forefather, man.
Yeah, I remember that. And I'm like, you got the job? Like, yeah, man, I'm here every day, man, every week. Yeah, when I was there staying at your place when you were gone, I popped up in there, him and Cornelia. What's her name?
Cornelia.
Cornelia. I know she would be mad as fuck.
I gotta have her.
Cornelia Stradwick. I know her last name. Yeah. They were in there, and I walked in, a bunch of new comics. They're like, they were like, who was this guy? Who was this? And it was cool to see them.
You got to come back and do another one of those, man. Like, people need to know, like, yo.
I don't know who. I go in the spot. I don't know where the stand-up spots are now.
No, it's changing as we speak.
I heard y'all rent like for an hour. They do like an hour show and they rent the spots.
Which one? Oh, you talking about like Don't Tell?
Is it Don't Tell?
Don't Tell, they killing it. Don't Tell is killing it. Like
I know. I did Don't Tell out here. I'm talking about when you do open mics. You gotta like call and pay for the spots, like the show at 7.
Yeah, I'm not affiliated with any of those guys.
But you don't do open mics no more. You too good for that.
I mean, it's just a culture thing, man. I'll be like, I try to support. Like, if the homies say, like, man, I really need you, to come with me, or it's difficult for me, I'll be like, man, it ain't nothing. I might show face in there or something like that. But yeah, man, it's a culture thing. I mean, we from the Marty's Ha days. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that no more. Marty's Ha days. You know what I'm saying? This is just the culture moved on. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's just like when they talked about the New York, the basement. Everybody used to record out of the basement. You know what I'm saying? Like, and basement studio's gone. You can't talk about that no more.
It's a wrap.
I got kids. There one of the last times I was at Marty's is just when they closed down. I think me and Anye did like the last sets.
Dang. Well, if you did it, then that's perfect. But yeah, those days. What comes to mind now when you think of Playboy TV, and what came to mind before when you worked with them?
Playboy TV is gone, I think. They have the online stuff now. When I work with them, you watch it, man. No. When I work with them, I thought it's the greatest job I ever had in my life. It's the greatest job I ever had in my life. And it actually was great writing. The hidden camera show, Totally Busted. I think they kind of like kicked me off or something. They didn't want to give me a title on the show. I was the guest every week, but I was on all the episodes. And I'm like, okay, so I did a few pranks on there. Then this next season, they ain't had me back, but only for one prank, which was hilarious. And then the guy who created the show was like, man, I got something else for you. So hold on. It's like The Office. And it's called Canoga Park. It's in the porn studio. And you're going to play the security guy that's trying to become a filmmaker. And I'm like, cool, okay. And waited for like a year. And I'm like, shit. And the day I got fired from Crack 'em Up Thursdays, he emailed me and said, we shooting next week. And I was like, fuck Crack 'em Up Thursdays. No, I was mad at Michelle for that. But it's all love.
We had her on too.
No, I love Michelle. She gave me a start up there. So I started doing that, and it was the greatest job I ever had. And now to look at it, all these chicks are legends, man.
What made it the greatest job, the G-rated version?
Working with Naomi Banks and Daisy Duke Marie and Kaylani Lay and Isla Fox and stuff like that. Yes, it's
that's a G. That's a G.
They just walking around naked and shit. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Erica Jordan, Randy Wright, and Jordan. I can name forever. It's crazy. They were a lot of them just started. When I think Naomi Banks had just started, and she's retired now and 50 years old. That's crazy.
All right. That's
great job.
Man.
Great job.
Yeah, I can imagine.
This may sound real quick.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Jeremy.
This might sound immature, but like I was looking at Playboy TV because it's like it's the gone, right? So I was looking at. Well, I looked it up. Playboy TV. It exists. So I was trying to. Yeah, so I was trying to see like what is this? Like while y'all was talking, I was like, what is this? Trying to find out, and definitely a porn site. But I don't know why I thought Playboy would not be a porn site. I thought
now probably, yeah. But back then, I said it was out of business because when we did the TV show, I think we went over budget like about $3 million. Mm-hmm. And they said that was too much and it killed the network. Mm. Now they probably that was like 07, 08. So now, yeah, they probably rebuilt it all the way 15 years ago.
But I was just thinking, like, because I was like, Playboy is distinctly not porn. Like, it's nudity. It's not porn. You know what I'm saying? This is porn. So
now it's porn.
Yeah, don't go to Playboy TV, guys. that's all I wanted to put out there. This is like legit porn. Like
they were like porn actresses on there. Like it was crazy. Like, who's on the show next episode? And I look it up. We find her like, oh, this is her. Okay, bet. Vanessa Blue was on the show. What the hell? So crazy.
I mean, I thought it was gonna be like I just thought it was gonna be like just closely like around the mark, but not actual porn. I know some porn sites, Pornhub, but this is. I feel a little disgusted. I can't believe that I felt
it's a little more expensive. It's high quality.
Yeah. Playboy TV is no longer Playboy TV, the one that Ronnie Ray hosted. That's all.
Yeah, it's not the same. It changed, just like you talking about music.
Yeah, absolutely.
So coming
best job ever still.
Coming from you, Ronnie, and I'm gonna go into a couple of things, but what would your definition of sketch comedy be?
With the definition of sketch comedy?
Or give us an example.
Sketch comedy is somewhat like stand-up to me because I put them both in the same kind of category now because I write sketches as well. So it's like, all right, that's funny. that should be a sketch. Oh, that's a stand-up bit. The sketches is like you feel like you got to play it out a little more. And you can play these damn the bits are literally sketches. Because if you go into characters and stuff, you know what I'm saying, just put that in the scenario. All Richard Pryor stuff, Richard Pryor playing the junkie and the wino talking about that's a sketch. Why nobody ever I'm gonna redo that shit. Somehow I'm gonna redo it. Animation something. Because it's a sketch. The sketch is just comedy played out. That's what I call it. That's what I was gonna say. It's comedy played out. It's real. It's reality on stage.
It's interesting because you know, to me, sketch comedy is kind of like you take it. Well, it's exactly what you said. You take a comedian and you take a piece of his bit, but you actually turn it into like theater or like a very condensed version of theater where you have people acting it out. You know, somebody who I was too young to kind of understand. Two people that I'll say I was too young to understand the impact that they were making at the time. Flip Wilson with his sketch comedy and Carol Burnett. And they were like some hilarious people, man.
Legends. That's pioneers,
legends, dog.
But being like 10 or 9 years old, you're really not feeling that, you know.
Right.
Like
cartoons, crazy.
And it took until like I was an adult, and I was like, oh man, they were hilarious. You know what I'm saying?
Carol Burnett was gangster. Flip Wilson was too. He was one of the first black guys with a TV show like that ever. So gotta give him his props. I remember watching a rerun of that, and Red Fox was on there. Yeah, my show Sanford and Son starts next week. What?
Wow.
Like, what? Wow. This is promo?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Flip Wilson. I seen this one episode. Well, it was Bill Cosby and Flip Wilson. You know, was doing the Geraldine thing, and you know, just doing it because you know I think my earliest example of that was In Living Color with Wanda and Tommy Davidson. I didn't realize that this act has been going on for a while, but you see Bill Cosby and Flip Wilson doing the same thing with Geraldine, you know, and he was going hard. I think it was like a dentist office thing or something like that, just doing the same little sketch, you know.
Every week they try to throw Geraldine on something. It's like, yo, that's the comedian curse though. Don't put on the dress.
But did he start that, right? Or that was like
that I know of. I've never seen nobody before him.
Yeah.
But I will say this though, in a crazy kind of way, it seems like even though Flip Wilson did Geraldine and he was in a dress, it didn't seem like it was like he was still masculine. I felt.
No, he was not. That was gay, but it's all good. To each they fucking know.
All right, man. Maybe I was raised in a shoebox, man. Maybe I was raised in a shoebox.
I really wish we could just bring it up. Like, this is gay, but it's cool. It ain't. I'm not saying he's.
I ain't saying nothing.
But that
Ronnie is smart.
I wish we could just bring the camera up. Like this activity right
screen.
Here. But it's all good. Speaking of which, what is your favorite sketch show, Ronnie?
Chappelle Show.
Oh man,
dang!
I've had to talk on after this and that episode. Chappelle Show in Living Color. I'm like,
yeah.
Chappelle Show over in Living Color. Because of the first sketch on this.
The first sketch was strong.
Clayton Bixby, dude.
It was so strong.
That's the funniest sketch in the history of sketches.
Hold on.
He doesn't have to do anything else. And then he drops this other stuff. And then Rick James and Prince and the nigger family. Dude, like this guy's killing it. He stopped too soon though.
But
Living Color's dope.
I was gonna say that's
don't get no props at all. Never had a bad sketch.
Man.
Chris Rock show.
Chris Rock?
The Chris Rock show never had a bad sketch.
But well, you know, the writers from Chris Rock show wrote for Chappelle Show.
Yes.
Because there was an episode where the guy, that was one of his credits. I can't think of his name. It wasn't Neil
the black. Are you black or whatever?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It wasn't. I was gonna say it wasn't Neil Brennan because people always go Neil Brennan, but no, it was one of the guys who, the same sketch, same format, the same topics. So he had a strong team behind him. Basically,
they damn near shot the same. Most of the sketches kind of look like the same shit sometimes.
Yeah, very, very smart, low budget stuff. Like, I mean, the fact they were able to do so much with so little, because the Rick James sketch, I always point out to people, they was in a black box theater. Like, it wasn't nothing, man. This had.
You know where he got that from? You know where he got that from?
Where?
You watched Family Ties before?
Yeah, but wait.
It's on Pluto TV every damn day. Favorite episode on there is episode called My Name is Alex Keaton, and he goes to a psychiatrist, and they did the commentary for the show. He was in the psychiatrist's office, and they had just the walls and all them. He'd go back and play out like him talking to his sister. They got that from that.
So that was paying homage to that? That's what that was?
Yeah. They said
I had no idea.
Yeah. So that's why they got like just one wall or whatever, same shit.
What? Oh, that's crazy. Okay, see, that makes it a deeper cut. That's crazy. Yeah.
Favorite episode on there. So why wouldn't that be my favorite sketch show? That Chappelle show, favorite sketch show.
I think the dopest thing.
Yeah, man. Why you get mad at that? You mad, Greg? Come on, man.
Man.
Because wait a minute, man. Key and Peele.
Like, no. See, the thing is, both you guys are comedians, accomplished comedians. So I feel like I'm kind of like backseat driving. But man, Homie the Clown.
Yeah.
Red fish, blue fish. The Farrakhanvic, I think it was.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
Freaking Jim Carrey with the ponytails and steroided out the game.
Yeah, Venus de Milo.
Homie don't play that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Slap.
Tubbs. My man, turn. That David Allen Greer was hilarious on there. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's a debate. It's a debate. It's a strong debate.
It's a great debate. I do give them their props though.
You make me feel a little better right now, because before, the way you guys were speaking, it was kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
I haven't even said mine. I don't know. I was saying, I was validating his thing. But even with you, I agree. I mean, this is a hard debate, I would say. And I say the main reason why, because In Living Color made so many superstar, mega stars, not just, because of course a couple people faded, but I don't know any sketch show that made that many superstars. Because SNL is a contender, but I mean,
they made a lot of superstars in that small length of time.
Yeah, exactly. Like, these people are still
years, it was only on 3 years.
Yeah, like exactly. And you got Jim Carrey, Jamie Foxx, Damon Wayans, David Allen Greer, Tommy Davidson. Like, these
Wayans
people,
brothers, Marlon and Sean, and you got the Carrie Ann and then J-Lo.
Yeah, J-Lo. Come on, like
Carrie Ann's on Dance with the Stars.
They still working people who are still
30 years later.
Yeah, if you talk about like money generated, I mean, I have to give them their props on that. But Chappelle was, I would say, affected the culture more than any sketch show ever. I mean, I think culturally, like you can miss In Living Color. I don't think anybody missed Chappelle show. They didn't miss it. You know what I mean? Like, I felt surrounded. I couldn't get away from it. I
remember that came out and said show was on at the same time.
Oh, I remember that song. Time has come for me to go. I'm so entertaining. Till the next time, till the next show, I'll see you when I see. Yeah, that bomb.
My improv coach, Jerry Minor, was a writer on that show.
Jerry Minor. Him and Craig Robinson. Yeah. So with me and Anye do No Fingerprints, we're like imitating that or whatever. So yeah.
You do the what? The somebody's fucking my lady. Y'all do that?
Well, I do. Well, we do, ours is called No Fingerprints, but I play the keys and then Anye sings. But yeah, that's where we got that custom. Yeah, but no, Jerry Minor, man, underrated, man.
Jerry Martin was my improv teacher.
Wow, that's huge.
In Chicago. He barely showed up for class, but he was there.
But I would say, you talk about favorite sketch shows. I would say both shows are better than my favorite sketch show, but it's still my favorite, is Mad TV.
Mad TV was crazy.
Mad TV was my favorite because honestly, like, just for me personally, I remember I used to wait, like try to stay up to watch the show. Like it sucks that sketch shows back then only came on Saturday night, like at 10:30. You got to think about that for a kid. That's the only time you can watch your favorite shows, right? And man, let me have a tough day, a long day. I'll stay up 9:30. I'll be watching the clock 9:30, 9:45. I think it came on at 11 actually. Man, good. Like 10 o'clock come, I'm knocked out. I won't wake up until like 1 o'clock. I miss Mad TV and SNL. I was pissed, man. I can't tell you how many times I'd be like, no, this ain't fair. I
auditioned for Mad TV like 3 times. Never got it.
I mean,
they party though. Shout out to them. Nicole Sullivan and Phil Lamar. Yeah, really drunk.
But I feel like it was the spiritual successor of Living Color. And you had the Van Con lady, was Nicole Sullivan. She did that, Phil Lamar, when he was doing the
male
package
guy,
dude,
that could be male dude or whatever. Yeah.
Real quick on Phil Lamar.
Yeah.
For anybody that don't understand who Phil Lamar is, I gotta bring him up to speed, man.
Go for it.
He the dude who got his brains blown out in Pulp Fiction, man.
Yes,
and he
Marvin.
He does so much work.
And he is the biggest black voiceover actor of our generation, period. Like there's nobody who gets more, more work.
Oh no.
Gets more work than Phil Lamar?
My man Gary Anthony Williams kicking ass, Uncle Ruckus. You wouldn't even know his voice. He changes.
I have to see. I think his resume is long. It's really
they on the same. Yeah, they're right there.
I have to see. That's the guy who looked like Uncle Phil, but not right. Gary Anthony Williams.
Gary Anthony Williams.
He probably more. He lost a lot of weight too. Darker.
But he was on Soul.
He's an undercover brother. He was in.
I think he wrote that. I want to say
he did the animation. He was the voice for the animation. They put him in the movie as the scientist guy. He was in Soul Plane. He was
the dude that played. He was on Cedric's show. He was on Cedric's show. He was on Cedric's show. Yeah. That dude.
He was in my improv group.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh wow, man, you came up with some. Yeah, you came up with some people, man.
He's in my improv. The funniest guy I ever performed with is him. I'll say that to anybody.
Oh man,
yeah. He's the funniest. He's the only one when I do Exploring Heights and we get to talking back and forth, trying to make each other go, not disrespect each other, but just saying funny shit. I always have to back down to him. He's the funniest dude I ever met.
Oh really? Wow. I wonder why
he doesn't even do stand up.
I was wondering why he doesn't do stand up, or at least something where he's promoting himself.
He's the guy on Unsung.
Well, really?
Unsung, unparalleled.
The voice, man.
That's him. And then he's Uncle Ruckus. Uncle Ruckus, no, he's that guy.
Now I did see
up so much.
I see him do. It might be on YouTube or on something official of his, but he does like a Uncle Ruckus. Like they're gonna do a spinoff movie, and he actually plays Uncle Ruckus.
So,
man.
Yeah. But look, I'm not gonna say here and defend my decision. I just say
I love Mad TV.
Mad TV was B tier, I will admit. Oh, sorry. I can't believe I just did this. Mad TV is not my favorite sketch show. It's Lyricist Lounge Show. That's number one.
It's like 5 episodes of that.
Man, Lyricist Lounge Show.
Reggie Evans Ross didn't even stage. Yeah, the whole goddamn.
Yeah. Lyricist Lounge Show. If I could make a show right now, it would be like Lyricist Lounge Show. Yeah, with Wordsworth, and they used to do the freestyle at the end. It's the perfect combination of hip hop and comedy. It sucks that it doesn't exist right now. They need that. Wild Out's closest to it, but it's not the same thing.
No.
Yeah. I always said like I would do that with Deion.
People asked me about that shit when it came out. Like, why you Wild Out? Because I did improv. I'm like, no.
Hugh Moore?
I thought it was cool. But I knew some people on there.
You know Hugh Moore?
Huh?
You know Hugh Moore?
Yeah, I know Hugh Moore.
Yeah, Hugh Moore wrote on Lyricist Lounge Show.
Hugh Moore.
Say it. I know what you're gonna say.
Is incredible.
Oh, that's it.
What I'm saying.
Oh,
He's funny as hell. What the fuck are you talking about?
oh, I thought you were gonna say
He gets me. He gets me. He's too cool for himself. Like I don't know what that is. Did he smoke weed or something?
I don't know, man. He is. I thought you were gonna say he's ageless because
I ain't seen him in a long time.
he looks exactly the same. I just saw him last week.
I'm not living out there.
No, he looks exactly the same. I'm like, yo, it's like I look at something that was made in like the 80s and it'll say like it'll have him on the credits. I'm like, how are you?
Everybody, when we was always out, because I hung out with Rich Pierre Louis, was in my improv group too. So it's like
these are all people. I gotta write this down. These are all people I have to have on this show.
Rich Pierre Louis.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Hugh used to come to the improv shows all the time.
Yeah.
And he'd just always be in the audience, and then we'd do stand-up. When I used to host Crack 'em Up Thursdays, and the show like throw Hugh Moore, and he would always kill. But then we'd be outside, and everybody, celebrities walking by, they all knew him.
Everybody knows.
They know this guy.
Everybody knows.
Then I found out he was a writer. I was like, oh, that's what it is.
Man, when I first met him, I just told him this last week. When I first met him, I was in he was in the car with Dean Edwards and Todd Lynn. And my introduction to him was like, I was like, oh, pretty much I knew Todd Lynn. I just met Dean Edwards, and it was like, oh, this is Hugh Moore. He's a genius. That's what they said. I was like,
when did you meet Hugh Moore? You just met him now?
No. 20. Todd Lynn passed, but this is 2000. I don't know, 2011 maybe okay. 11. Yeah, not before 12. I know. Huh?
You've been out there forever, man.
Yeah, but yeah, man. I remember they like literally. So I was like, "Yo, genius! I gotta get to know this dude." But he
Arsenio.
He wrote on everything.
Real show.
This is crazy. He writes for Wild 'N Out, and he writes on everything, man. He's infinite. We gonna have him on if I can find. And I don't know his real name. His name is not Hugh Moore.
His name is not Hugh Moore. No. I just found that out a few years ago. I'm like, Hugh Moore, that ain't his name, right? Think about it. I'm like, that's how clever he is. For damn near a decade, I've been calling this guy about this like that was his name.
Yo, it's an alias. This dude's wild.
So funny. I played basketball with him. That shit was so funny. Because he played like he looked. He just run all slow.
I will play this back for him. I'm like, yo.
Oh, he was dope, man. Oh, he was always funny. And he'd be funny when you don't think he's going to be funny. He's like, yo, man, dude just left my crib and left all his DVDs there. Ronnie, you telling me he left and left all his DVDs? Shit, we gonna sell them motherfuckers. This is him. I'm like, what's this guy? Funny, man. Funny as hell.
Yeah, he's funny. We gotta have him on.
Great. I see those are the people I used to run into out there. I don't see that here. And if they get great here, they normally leave.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's man. Yeah, you're a legend here, Ronnie. Everybody know that.
I've been gone longer than I've been doing stand-up. Yeah.
It don't matter, man. Your name rings around here.
Thank you, man. You're keeping it alive, man. Keeping it alive.
What was your favorite sitcom?
Seinfeld. I get a lot of flack for that. Yeah, Seinfeld.
A lot of flack.
I was watching it today. It's like it's the great. It's because I'm from improv, so it's like it's a thing called the Herald. Okay. And the Herald, you start the story off, and you come back to the end with the resolved answer.
Oh yeah.
Seinfeld has all this stuff, and they make sure they bring everything back at the end. That's what makes that show dope. I'm like, wow. And then they did the show in reverse. I was like, who's doing this? I like this is the greatest thing I ever seen. It's the greatest damn sitcom ever, regardless of what Michael Richards said. I think it's the greatest show ever.
Brown like Larry David. Like I could never catch the comedy in Larry David. Like I tried. Like I tried, man.
See, you trying. Just watch it. I know people that hate the show. I mean, okay, they watching. I'm laughing. They're like, I don't know what you're talking about. They going in with the hate. Going there just empty-headed. Because the show is about nothing. Like it's nothing.
Yeah, I had to, it took me a while to get into Seinfeld because I feel like this is not true at all, but I feel like Martin and Seinfeld was beefing because they came on Thursday at 8 o'clock every week on the week. So I'd be like, yo, I would purposely not watch Seinfeld for full support of Martin. But
nobody said that. They're like, no, it came on the same time. Like, no, not in Chicago. Martin came on at 7, and that show came on at 8.
Oh wow, no! In Cincinnati, if they both, you would be flipping back and forth between NBC and Fox if you wanted to watch both.
Because I didn't. I remember when because at 8 o'clock here, New York Undercover came on, and I remember they won like NAACP award, and they were like, "Don't watch Seinfeld. Don't watch." I'm like, "Fuck y'all! I'm watching Seinfeld. Now I'm really about to watch this shit."
That's our problem, Ronnie. Man, we can't stick together, man. We can't.
Hey man, dude, I'm a comedian, bro. I'm a comedian.
We not
the first episode I saw.
Man.
The first episode I saw was the contest, which is probably the greatest episode on that show. And I'm like, "What is this? You can't talk about this." The contest when they couldn't jerk off or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, "Yo, this is a show." I'm watching a week, and it was funny. I don't care about them running through the alleys with music with these guys rapping and shit. I ain't got time for that.
you chose Seinfeld over hip hop.
Seinfeld, it was over the top. I don't want to see this shit. Like, ain't that the dude from Fame? I don't want to see this shit. Like Michael De Lorenzo. I don't want to see him. I don't know damn black drama right now. I just got through watching Martin and Living Single.
I was about to say that's the whole lineup that Thursday. There was no space for me to turn to Seinfeld because literally it was Martin, then it was Living Single, and then you had New York Undercover for an hour. So it just was there was no Seinfeld to be watched. And I tell you, the first real full episode of Seinfeld I watched was the last one.
The worst one.
but you know it's like the Super Bowl where they go like you have to watch this, you know what I mean, you have to watch this. So that's why I watched it.
They don't even want to watch that shit. Like,
that was I think that was the most watched episode of all time of TV in general. I think it's
for that show. MASH is the
biggest what watched show?
The most watched finale ever.
MASH.
It wasn't that many networks. Think about it. It wasn't that many networks.
MASH is the most not watched show that I know.
The most watched finale was that show. You can Google that.
Oh,
they were fan of that show at all.
Because they were just happy for it to be over. It was like, oh, we gotta
what's going to happen at the end? What's going to happen? The war is over.
I was a MASH fan, man. You know,
so you watch MASH?
I never watched it past the helicopter. I think everybody knows that. Man, the Simpsons. Nah.
All right, I probably shouldn't have said that. And I probably shouldn't have said that. I was just getting a little too loose, a little too comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
You said
I say this. My favorite sitcoms by decade. I say the 50s. I say Honeymooners. 60s Beverly Hillbillies. 70s Sanford and Son. I say What's Happening. I go over Good Times. Damn, that's rough.
What?
80s, I say Cosby. 90s, Seinfeld, Fresh Prince and Martin. 2000s, Boondocks.
Wow. Okay.
Oh yeah. Wow. Yeah, man. That's pretty heavy, man.
Yeah. Those are my go-to.
Yeah, me is Martin for sure. That's when it comes to that.
Did you see my list on Martin? My favorite 11 episodes?
No, I don't think so. Yeah. What was the first one?
My favorite episode was the Players Ball.
Players Ball.
I don't remember.
They went to say the Mac and Jerome was going against Antonio Farkas.
Oh yeah.
That one and that one, the CD player.
Somebody
like, man, CD player number one. Number 3 was the Fight Party when
Fight Party.
I didn't put Chilligan's Island on that shit.
Why not?
I hate that. That shit was trash. I felt disrespected as a comedian. Like,
why? Hold on, wait. With the dog?
I remember we watching it. I mean, watching it with a room full of people, and I'm the only one not laughing.
That was hilarious.
That shit was corny as hell. When he came back, I was like, okay.
That was hilarious.
Then he came back, and I was like, damn, him and Pam fighting. I'm like, stop.
That was so funny. You wild. Yo, when he came in with the thing.
Disrespectful as a comedian, dog.
What about when Martin went to the mountain, man?
What's that?
When he went to the mountain.
Najee Rumba.
Yeah, he had the
that was fun. That was on there.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't on there. No, I like that one though.
Najee Rumba. It was funny because I think of where it was in the season, but I don't think it's one of the funniest episodes. I like the fact that he did it though. Like he just bounced. they tried to get him.
I didn't put no Sinead shit on it either.
No Sinead.
But no Sinead. I put I think number 4 was the car episode when they won the car.
The car, oh man.
I was like, yo, that's dope as hell.
That was a good one.
I'm trying to remember it off my brain. I know the proposal episode was on there. That wasn't funny.
Sentimental.
I like that.
Just
episode.
sentimental.
And when the old man was like, old fools used to be young fools. Think about it, like, damn, that's me. And when the Pam, he got the ring, and Pam was like, Martin, let me look at this. This is it. Oh, yeah. He said, somebody left their social security number on here. That's the price. Damn.
Yo, you know what I thought of real quick because of the proposal episode. So Brian McKnight sung to them. Yeah. Then I watched My Wife and Kids, where Damon and Tisha got remarried, and Brian McKnight said, I'm tired of singing to you with all these different niggas.
Got some on them or something. I don't know.
Jumping around.
Yeah, that one, Mad Dog is on there with Gary Coleman. Biggie episode. Yeah, I can't remember the other ones, but yeah.
And also real quick, because of the Najee Rumba episode, I just thought it was funny when they walked up and then Pam was like, Martin, you gonna come home right now. And he said, guys, I have to tell you, you have to leave your camel outside. You cannot leave your camel, and you have to leave the old animals, and we do not allow animals in the temple. You have to leave your camel outside. That cracked me up so much. She said, you gonna bring your short ass home right now. You have to leave your camel parked outside. Yo, Martin's stupid, man.
I'm not gonna do that anymore. I'm celibate. I was like, yeah, come on, man. I want to celebrate too.
He said, yeah, no more. Yo, Martin, wow. But anyway, all right. We can move on.
Up to probably season, they got married. I'm like, all right, I can kind of miss it.
Yeah, it went downhill towards that time anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, especially when Tisha Campbell left. It was like, really
absolutely.
Dang. Oh man. So
love Martin though.
Martin, biggest inspiration.
With your contributions, Ronnie, how would you want young comics to look up to you or to remember you, in as far as you, like, where you are in your stand-up right now and what you're doing? What would you?
I ain't scratched the surface yet. They know me because I'm around them. I haven't even scratched the surface yet, man. So I just want to make sure I'm the best comedian I can be. That sounds cliche, but
that's fair.
I want to get all these ideas out. I want to get everything out. Like I do improv, sketch, voiceover. I want to get every idea out. I want to exhaust all of it. And when it's said and done, and you can say, "Yo, I want my name to be on everybody's top 20."
Okay. That's dope.
He said top 20. That's pretty fair because there's a lot of competition.
There's a lot of comedians. I used to say everybody's top 5. Like, hold up. No, people like with their little thing, but I want you got 20, you gotta say my name.
No, but like, man, he mentioned like 5 things. So he mentioned like voiceover, he mentioned sketch, he mentioned stand-up, he mentioned like
I don't even know what I'm good at though. I don't even know what I'm best at. I have no
Bo Jackson. Jackson on. I said Bo Jackson on him. Like, man, he was doing everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I don't even know what I'm best at. I really don't. I just love doing it all.
Nah, that's dope.
How do you feel?
Sketch last week, I was like, we shot a sketch with Ja, and I'm like, I've never been a comic relief in none of my sketches. I always be the guy in the back. So to play the comic relief, I was like, yo, this is what it is. Oh, we writing all these motherfuckers. Go ahead.
What would be the name of your biopic and who would play you?
Actors now?
Yep.
I don't know. May Street Kid.
May Street Kid, okay.
I'm born on 105th and Main in Chicago.
Okay.
May Street Kid. Who will play me? Damn. No, he can't be me.
He can't be me.
He can't be me. It's the new edition, one of the new edition guys.
New edition.
The one that played Ronnie on New Edition. He's tall enough.
Yeah, okay. I don't think it's a bad pick at all. Hold on. He
played Dre's brother in NWA.
Yeah, he's probably
yeah, he can play it like now because he's about the age when I started really pulling off bullshit. I forget his name, but yeah. You got it. I didn't think you were gonna ask that.
Algie Smith.
Algie played Ralph.
Oh yeah. Dang, he played Ronnie. Let me see. The cast. I'm about to move on.
He's an NWA movie. He played on Dre's brother that got killed.
Ronnie.
I say
Keith Powers.
Huh?
Okay. Keith Powers. Okay.
Yeah, Keith Powers. I didn't know his name. I didn't even think of him. Like, there got to be somebody from that.
I can see that. Yeah, I see that. I'm surprised. So you haven't thought about this, or you did? Or you just came with this?
I haven't thought about it. I remember watching that show, and I'm like, I wrote a TV pilot for myself, me as like in my 20s. And I was trying to cast it from there. So I was looking at a lot of the people, and I'm like, yeah, there got to be somebody from this movie. Because that shit was cast dope. And they all are in their 20s, and I'm like, yo, they're fit. And he's probably the only one that's probably my height. Because Algie is short, and the other guys from Empire is in jail, so can't use him. You got the other guy, he's short, so yeah, he's probably the tallest one.
Yeah, I know I was gonna get Jonathan Majors to play me, so
you'll get him now. Yeah,
well, he's just killing it right now. So
he's killing it right now. They couldn't bring out Creed because this movie came out. Devotion came out.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that came out today.
Oh wow.
So when you hear Kyrie Irving's name, what do you think?
I don't.
All right.
You don't play for the Bulls. You play for the Bulls, I have a problem with it. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Come on. Kyrie Irving, I don't know, man. He's not new. He's been like this for years.
You know what I'll say about him? It seems like he has a good heart. I know a lot of people, or I'll say that it seems like he's sincere with what he says, and it's not like he's coming from a place of just wanting to be erratic and just like whatever. I think that he was kind of how, so not to get into conspiracy theories or whatever, but I think that the system kind of picks people sometime to be the one that everybody points at, and they're just like, you know what I'm saying? That guy, you know what I'm saying? And it seems like everybody piled on, man. Is that kind of?
No, you're right, but he like, come on, fuck with me.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the world is flat. I need this attention.
He's a troll. He is definitely a troll.
Say.
Okay.
Kyrie's a troll. It's fine. I mean,
okay.
The punishment don't fit the crime though at all. Like not even a little bit. So, and I think he's gonna have a redemption arc because they went too hard.
They went real hard.
It wasn't Kanye. It wasn't Kanye. Is he? Yeah, he played other night. I wish I had proof. Hold on. Yeah, he just played. Let me see.
Dang, because they said they was gonna be gone for like 6 games.
Yeah, no,
because the
way
David Stern came out and was like,
no, he didn't.
Not David Stern. He did. Adam Silver. David Stern
came back for this.
Shame. There was a dude on set, man, bald white dude with glasses. We kept going like, "Why you do that to Kyrie, bro?"
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm a dentist.
No, but Adam Silver though, nah, man. He came out and he was like, "Okay, man, this is man, y'all going a little too too hard."
But he's just as bad though. They knew because it didn't make sense, man. It just made so little sense. All these people was in their feelings. They know they had to back up.
Nah, the scene from Life. All right, now the boys had enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, now the boys had enough. Get on off of him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Kyrie, no, I don't think about it.
He said, I don't think about it.
Remember the day Kobe died?
Smart answer.
Almost 60 points. I'm like, I hate this guy. Like,
Ryan's like, I want to keep working, man. I don't.
No, I like him, man. He's cool. I think they should lay off him though. They know how he's gonna say whatever, man.
Pile on.
He don't deserve that shit.
Do you think we need cancel culture or have dialogue?
Have dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
Have dialogue. Don't cancel nobody, man. Why are you doing that? Hear him out.
No, that's fair.
So if somebody goes, I hate black people. It's like, well, what do you mean?
Why?
Tell us more.
Well, my black guy stole my purse. That's it. Okay.
I hate the way they smell. Oh, interesting. And
just can't stand you.
Like, what do they smell like? Watermelon and
watermelon and fried chicken. Always playing the radio and bouncing the basketball.
Oh man. So flipping to it, we about down to the last two. So you come from Chicago. Chicago's been mentioned in conversation as being a violent city, segregated city.
Very.
Why do you think rappers that pass the poverty level feel the need to come back and move around in the environments that they kind of like overcame or they kind of like moved past?
No.
And real quick, like say for instance, me for instance, when I've met certain milestones in my life or milestones in my career, I'm cool with a couple cats that I went to high school with or whatever, like literally like maybe 4, like that I'll like always, like we keep in touch even loosely once a month or whatever. But like the guys that are from my high school and whatnot that still get together and you'll play dominoes on, just whatever. It's cool at like a couple times a year or something like that, but it kind of intrigues me, guys that feel the inclination to go back and like kind of taunt in a way where they came from. You know what I'm saying?
Taunt, like they're making fun of where they from, or just being around.
No, not make fun, but they got jewelry, Rolls Royces.
Oh, okay, yeah. You poking a bit.
Yeah.
They're familiar with that.
Hmm.
They want to keep it real. They don't want to be like, I forgot where I'm from.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you the story. I don't know how much time we got left.
No, you good.
I moved. I'm not by no means. I'm not rocking jewelry. I'm nowhere near a millionaire right now. But I moved back to help my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
And but I was out there 13 years. And I made some moves. I've been on TV, movies and stuff, and stages and stuff like that. But yet I still thought my friends were my friends. And I moved back, and I was here for the past 13 years. I had been coming back and just partying. Like I came back, it was a big deal. And we all just sitting around drinking, for the week or two I was in town, and I just go back. To do that when you live here, I saw the difference. Mm-hmm. And I was reminded of the difference. It's like probably I was here like a year, and I was doing that constantly, just out there drinking, hanging out at the backyard and stuff, and around the fellas and just talking nonsense. And I felt somewhat disrespected by somebody. Mm-hmm. And it was like, you ain't got no job or whatever. Because what we do, we go out at night and we audition for shit. I had agents. I got agents here. You know what I mean? So I still was working, but I don't have a 9 to 5. So they were like telling me like somebody had like said I ain't had no job, and nobody like defended me. I wasn't looking for nobody to defend me, but it sounded like, they all was in on the joke. I get a phone call after the dude said what he said. I walked away on the phone, and I was like, I think I just got disrespected. Our friend Sataris called me. She said, you know why, Ronnie? He said, because you're not supposed to be there. She said, you are the friend they brag about in those garages and in those circles. You're not supposed to be here like them.
Yeah.
So you're making them come out to be a liar. Like whoever was pumping you up, like my boy out there doing it, he's in this, see, I told y'all, and you there, yeah, they gonna talk about you because you damn near failed in their eyes because these people don't see no passing where the hell they are.
You
So when they go over there and they taunt the people, they want them getting shot, they want them getting robbed. How tough is this motherfucker on his records? Somebody's gonna try you.
Yeah.
And it's not because they dislike you. It helps their rep. You in the hood? Yeah. You in the hood? Challenged my cousin. Cousin lived in California. My cousin was a blood and all this shit. He done got big and all this stuff. He comes back to stay with my grandmother again. Go back down. He went down on the street where everybody was at, playing cards with a card table on the sidewalk, playing spades and shit, domino. Down there getting drunk. We got along with everybody. The OG cat said something to somebody and they going back and forth talking about each other. And my cousin has this laugh that's irritating. And he just laughed his ass off. So instead of the guy getting mad at the guy that was talking about him, he went, my cousin, what you talking about, nigga? What you want to do? And he about to fight my cousin. And my cousin at the time was in his like mid-30s. And the other dude was like 50. He go home mad. He calls me when he's walking home. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Man, he trying to start shit with me, man. I'm gonna have to walk away, man. I'm like, tired. He can't wait to knock your ass out. He ain't got nothing else to live for. That'll be on his rep. Like, man, I remember Ruby, he died, man. Remember that time he knocked dude out? That's all they got to live for, man. We ain't trying to do shit else but sit there and get drunk. That's it. No disrespect, I was that guy. Same time, I've seen more. You can't keep going back around there.
Nah, you look.
You gotta go pick up the guys that you cool with and kick it with them and go by there periodically. If you pop up like probably once or twice a year like that, if you're that guy, do that once or twice a year. You hang around too long, you gonna get ridiculed or you gonna get robbed.
Food. They see you as food.
It's real.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Nah.
It's all good. There's a.
I love it, though. I love the whole experience, but yeah, you have to know when it's time. Because if you're not with that, like I said, I missed the karate with those guys. Me and this guy, Jeremy, can talk. We talked 2 hours the other day about comedy only. It was nothing about, oh, I hate this guy, or man, you see this, you see the news? None of that shit. Man, I need to get on the road. Man, how much time you getting? Man, I might be performing up here. I think I'm performing up here. This is 2 hours of us talking. On the road, we're in the car talking 6 hours. Same shit. I don't have to dumb myself down. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care about routes to work. You know what I mean? I don't do that. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. Why am I worried about what? I don't have kids. I'm not married, bro. I can't relate to you. You know what I mean? Like, I dig it. I can't tell you about chicks I'm hanging out with. Like, you married and shit, and you got your job, work 12 hours a day. I don't relate with you. You can work 12 hours a day. I get paid the same amount of money you do in 1 hour. You don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
And especially when I moved back here, I couldn't talk about the people I knew.
Oh, yeah.
Are you crazy? Even in my house, in the place, I'm there with helping my grandmother, my aunt. Oh, that's such and such. Oh, that's what's the name. You don't know them. Yeah, hold on. Yo,
man, what's
up, man? What's up, Ronnie? Yeah, you do know them.
Yeah,
Man.
After 3 of those, I shut up.
Right, we talking now. Now we talking shit. It's about time to go. I'm gonna start talking shit. I remember going to the store one day. My uncle was there, and I looked. He said, "Oh, it's comedy stuff coming on, man. You know these guys?" Like, yeah, I know all 3 of them guys. He said, "Yeah, watch them. They funny. I'll be back." I leave, come back 40 minutes later, show's half out. Walking the door. He said, I like, you watch the show? He said, yeah, man, yeah. I said, what you think? He said, I ain't trying to say nothing. He said, I ain't saying you Richard Pryor or nothing, but you are better than all of them. And I said, yeah, but they my friends. They getting theirs when he said, "What are you doing here?" That's what he said. He said, "You need to go back." I'm like, "I'm here helping Granny, man." This was year 1.
Yeah.
I was here 7 more years after that. Well, 8 more years after that. So they know, but it's like, I can't talk about who I know. I have to pretty much dumb myself down.
Yeah.
And there's no disrespect to them. Yeah, I love them. Love everybody I encountered, but it's just a different time right now, man.
Real quick, my dad, the same conversation. My dad just called me at like 9 o'clock last night, which is like 12 his time. And he was like, Jeremy, he goes, you watch, he said, I'm watching Colbert. You know this Josh Johnson guy?
He's on yesterday.
Yeah, and he was like, I was like, yeah, I know him. He was like, yeah, he is terrible. He goes, wow, man. Same conversation. What are you doing? Yeah, you funnier than that. What's going on? And I was like, "Dang, I gotta go. Talk to you later." So I'll call you tomorrow, man. I said, I'm trying to get up right now.
Come on, man. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of him, man.
So then I'll go. So I called him. I told him today. I was like, "Hey, Dad, my fault. I was just real busy." And he was like, I was thinking about what I said, and you said you knew him. He said I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. he said, I know this is probably your friend. I said, no, speak the truth, because you a real person. You know what I'm saying? Real people who are allowed to have their opinions. I'm not even supposed to be privy. I'm not even supposed to be privy to your opinion. You know what I mean? If somebody don't have, it's like we talking about sports players. You know what I mean? LeBron can't be like, no, you actually, I believe. Like, our opinions don't matter. We in the game.
Right. No, back to the no man. We need no men. We need people that can keep it 1,000 with us, that can say something and make us say,
right.
I would almost feel a certain way, but man, they're right. And I trust them. And I know that what they said came from a place of what they were actually seeing or hearing, and it wasn't any type of feeling behind it other than what they were seeing or hearing.
Right.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Nah, dope. Well, no, man, I want to thank you, Ronnie. This has been a dope episode. Man, the moment I saw that Kanye one, dude, we got to get him back, man. We got to get him back, man. I was like, he did his thing, man. He really did his thing.
Always.
So, with that being said, you got anything you want to pump up? Anything you got coming up? Anything we need to take a peek at?
Subscribe to the YouTube page, Comedian Ronnie Ray on YouTube, Comedian Ronnie Ray on TikTok, Comedian Ronnie Ray on IG, Comedian Ronnie Ray on Facebook, High Five Comedy Show in Chicago if you're in town, 7 o'clock, Lincoln Lodge, every Sunday. I host the show. Coming soon, though. We're gonna need you on this, Jeremy. You're doing a documentary on the first album, bro. But we got footage of it, and we're not gonna put it out. We haven't put it out, so
let's go.
What else? About to be touring and stuff. Want to be on the road. A lot coming up, and another comedy album coming, and a crowd work album coming too.
There it is.
So I recorded a show in Wisconsin, northern Wisconsin, and the average age in the room was like 67, and rocked it. You know what I mean? So I can't wait to drop that. I did it in March, so I had the audio for a while, so I'm just gonna release it on audio.
So, you, Jeremy, what you got coming up?
On the 29th, what's the day? Whatever, a week from today, I'll be at the Laugh Factory next Tuesday, Hollywood. Other than that, I have to promote Growlers. I'll be in Memphis, Tennessee at Growlers. Was it the 13th through the 15th? Please support this show. If you don't support this show, I'll probably never perform again. Everything's on the line with this one. Headliner is 5 shows. But pretty much, Growlers, Memphis, Tennessee, January 13th through the 15th. See you there.
So, well, no, man, thank everybody.